I think it's time to fill you guys in on what I think about this pretty cool phone. I'm sure you've all seen the hype surrounding this phone when it first came out, but after a month of using it on and off, I think the hype, in my opinion, is still here, and it's a pretty fun one. I'll try not to make this video super long and talk about every single detail because I'm sure you've already watched reviews on this, but the Oppo Find X3 Pro has all the flagship specs that you'd expect in 2021. Snapdragon 888 processor, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of fast storage, multiple cameras in the back, and a 4500 mAh battery, which in my experience averaged 6 hours of screen on time. Now this phone can also wirelessly charge up to 30 watts, which is definitely welcome since the Find X2 Pro that I reviewed last year didn't have wireless charging capabilities at all, so that's really cool. And this phone can charge up to 65 watts using the included adapter. Now the display is a 6.7-inch QHD plus 120Hz AMOLED display, which gets really bright up to 1300 nits, and the display can output 10-bit color, which I think may be a first in phones, so correct me if I'm wrong there. Now the overall design is really slick with seamless lines and subtle curves around the camera module. I also got lucky and was sent the matte blue color, which definitely makes the phone look better in everyday conditions since you can barely see any fingerprints. And speaking of fingerprints, the cool thing about ColorOS 11.2 and the Find X3 Pro, in my opinion, is quick launch. So when you unlock the phone using the fingerprint scanner, you can keep holding your thumb down and swipe to your favorite apps. I have mine set with Netflix, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, which are probably my most used apps. Now, you've obviously seen a ton of reviews already on Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor, so you know that the performance on this phone is top-notch. Whether you're just on social media or you're an avid gamer, you'll really enjoy the fluid experience you get out of this phone. Plus, all the software optimization with ColorOS makes this phone feel a lot smoother. Now, when I was gaming, I did notice that the haptic motors felt super refined and felt really good to the touch. I think it's one of the better haptic motors in a smartphone that I've tested recently. It's pretty similar to the OnePlus 9 Pro, which I'll definitely make a video on in the next couple of weeks. Now, when it comes to its cameras, my favorite part about this is obviously the fact that it has that microscope camera. It basically allows the phone to see 60x magnification at f3.0 aperture. Now, I've taken a ton of photos using the microscope camera, and I just love seeing what I can capture.